Hello everyone. Welcome to Stoic Wisdom today. Let me ask you something. Have you ever heard a single sentence that stopped you in your tracks and changed how you see everything? For me, it happened more than once. And the surprising part is, these sentences were written nearly 2,000 years ago by a Roman emperor named Marcus Aurelius. Marcus wasn't just a ruler. He was a philosopher, a man leading an empire while also wrestling with the same fears, hopes, and struggles we all face. His writings, collected in meditations, aren't speeches meant to impress others, they're private reminders to himself. Notes about how to stay grounded, how to face hardship, how to live with integrity. Today, I want to share 5 brutal truths from Marcus Aurelius that completely shifted my perspective on life. These are not soft, feel-good quotes. They cut deep. They challenge you. But if you let them, they can change how you live, how you deal with loss, failure, and even success. And for each truth, I'll share a real story. Someone who lived through it, struggled with it, and came out transformed. So take a deep breath. Open your mind. Let's step into the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and see if these 5 truths can change your mind forever. Truth number 1. Receive without pride, let go without attachment. Marcus once wrote, "Receive without pride, let go without attachment." That's easy to read, but much harder to live. Let me tell you about David. David was a creative director in New York, talented, ambitious, and after years of hard work, he landed what he called his dream job. The salary was high, the office had skyline views, and people looked at him with admiration. For 6 months, life felt perfect, until it didn't. The company restructured, his position was cut. Just like that, the title, the office, the admiration, gone. David was devastated, not because of the loss itself, but because he had built his identity on those things. Without them, he didn't know who he was anymore. For months, he spiraled, but eventually in the quiet, without the noise of deadlines or meetings, he began to see something clearly. He was never his title. He was never his salary. And his worth didn't disappear just because the applause stopped. That's what Marcus means. Enjoy what life gives you, but don't cling so tightly that losing it destroys you. It's not about being cold or detached. It's about remembering that everything we have, our job, our relationships, our health, can be taken away. If you can appreciate them without making them your identity, you'll suffer less when change comes. Practical reflection. When you get praise, accept it with gratitude, but don't let it inflate your ego. When something ends, mourn if you must, but don't let it define your future. Receive without pride, let go without attachment. That's freedom. Truth number 2. The impediment to action advances action. Marcus famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." It's the Stoic way of saying, obstacles aren't the end, they can be the beginning. Darren ran a small, successful gym in Chicago. His clients loved the energy, the community. Then the pandemic hit. Almost overnight, his customer base disappeared. Bills piled up. At first, Darren resisted reality. He waited for things to go back to normal. But as weeks turned into months, something clicked. Waiting wasn't going to save him. Acting differently might. He started posting free workout videos online. People began sharing them. Soon, he offered paid virtual coaching. Within a year, he had clients in multiple states, something his physical gym could never have achieved. His old business closed, but his new business thrived. When Marcus says the obstacle becomes the way, he's not saying it's easy. He's saying that when life blocks one path, it's often pointing you toward another. how to apply it. When something stops you, ask, what can I build here instead of just pushing through? Shift from resisting change to using it. The wall in front of you may be hiding a doorway you never knew existed. Truth number 3. It is not death that a man should fear. Marcus wrote, "It is not death that a man should fear, but never beginning to live." This truth hit me hardest when I heard about Carl, my neighbor. Carl was quiet, friendly, and always talked about the trips he wanted to take, the novel he wanted to write. But he always added, someday, when things settle down. Things never settled down. One winter morning, Carl passed away suddenly. No trips, no novel. Just unfulfilled plans. We fear death, but Marcus reminds us the greater tragedy is to reach the end of life without having truly lived. Living doesn't always mean chasing extreme adventures. It means being present, saying yes to things that matter, spending time with people you love. Practical reflection. If there's something you've been putting off, ask yourself why. Don't wait for perfect conditions. They rarely come. We can't control how long we live. But we can control how alive we are while we're here. Truth number 4. You have power over your mind. Marcus reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Mark, a father of 2, learned this the hard way when his youngest son was diagnosed with a serious illness. He couldn't change the diagnosis. He couldn't control the outcome. But he could control how he showed up. He could choose patience over panic, presence over distraction, love over bitterness. And that's the thing. Life will throw storms at you. You can't stop them, but you can decide how to sail through them, how to practice it. When something happens, pause before reacting. Ask, is my response making this better or worse? Focus on what's within your control. Your actions, your attitude, your choices. You may not have power over the world, but you always have power over yourself. Truth number 5. Everything is ephemeral. Marcus said, everything is ephemeral. That word, ephemeral, means fleeting, temporary. On September 11th, 2001, the passengers of Flight 93 didn't act because they wanted to be remembered as heroes. They acted because in that moment they saw clearly, this moment is all we have. That's the heart of this truth. Not just that life is short, but that every moment, even this one, will pass. The joy, the pain, the boredom, the excitement, all of it. When you remember this, you stop living for someday and start living for now. You stop clinging to what's already gone. You also stop fearing what's coming, because it too will pass. Practical reflection. Appreciate beauty while it's here. A sunset, a laugh, a conversation. Don't waste today waiting for tomorrow. Everything is ephemeral. That's not sad. It's what makes it precious. Conclusion. So here they are. 5 truths from Marcus Aurelius. 1. Receive without pride, let go without attachment. 2. The obstacle becomes the way. 3. Fear not death, but never living. 4. Control your mind, not the world. 5. Everything is ephemeral. These aren't just quotes to memorize, they're principles to live by. Because here's the reality. You have less time than you think, but more power than you realize. You can't control what life takes from you, but you can choose how to meet it. So ask yourself, which of these truths do you need most right now? Which one challenges you the most? Maybe it's letting go of something you've tied your identity to. Maybe it's starting that thing you've been postponing. Or maybe it's simply remembering that this moment is fleeting and choosing to be present for it. I hope these words from Marcus Aurelius stay with you, not just as quotes, but as living reminders. Thank you for watching Stoic Wisdom today. If this message resonated with you, drop a comment. I choose to live with wisdom. And as always, stay grounded, stay wise, and stay stoic.